apply 1 volt, we know silicon diode is going to conduct. So can I replace that diode by its constant voltage model?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we have replaced the diode. In place of diode, I have drawn 0.7 volts. So this is basically the constant voltage model of silicon diode. Can I replace germanium diode by its equivalent? Again, a constant voltage model,
Yes, sir.
0.3 volts. Yes. Okay. Now, if I apply 1 volt, will you get drop across the diode 0.7?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. So when I reach this point, I've changed the color of the pen. Can you make out when I reach this point, how much voltage we are going to get?
0.3.
0.3. Because 1 volt, there is a drop across silicon diode 0.7. So when I reach this node, I will take it as node X, right? This node, I am going to get 1 minus 0.7, which is equal to 0.3. Hope you are following.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Next, I'm going to connect a 1 kilo ohm load. This as it is, I'm going to connect. Okay. Now, when I apply 0.3 to germanium diode, will it conduct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That's the minimum requirement. So it is going to conduct. So now I know that at node X it is 0.3. Right now the voltage at node X is 0.3. When I apply this to germanium diode, again I'm going to get a drop of 0.3. So when I reach the final node, that is the output V out, this node. So when we reached here, we are going to get 0.3 minus the drop across germanium diode. That is, at this node, we are going to get 0.3 minus the drop across germanium. How much drop we are going to get?
0.
0.
0.3. So final voltage across the load is 0. Across 1 kilo ohm, we are going to get 0. So the answer is 0. All of you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes,
So
sir.
this, yeah, it's a simple but slightly tricky question. Hope you are getting this. Hmm? See, these type of questions you can expect in the quiz. So previous session, somebody has raised a query. How you are going to, means what type of questions you are going to get. And then apart from that, how we can solve 20 questions in half an hour. So these type of tricky questions you are going to get. And these type of questions, if you want to attempt, you must not take more than a minute. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this will test your knowledge. This will thoroughly test your knowledge, whether you have followed diode or not. Okay. You are going to get those current equation numerical problems and all, or that rectifier VDC, all those things are simple compared to this. This is slightly tricky. So those type of questions also you are going to get. So that will be the scoring part for you. It will be much simpler compared to this, but relatively speaking. But these type of questions you're going to get. So end of this thing quiz, we are going to differentiate a good student from a average and a bad student. Fine. Okay. Okay. Now the first part, I'm applying 1 volt resistor R. Somebody on WhatsApp had questioned, what is the value of this resistance? It is not required. This is not required. Resistance R value. We can easily solve this. Yeah. So if I apply 1 volt, right? To apply 1 volt, should I raise this potential from 0 to 1? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Again, I'm explaining this concept here. I am applying, I am connecting a, yeah,
छोड़
any
दे।
issues?
यही छोड़ दे।
Hello? Somebody's mic is on and it is creating disturbance. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we are applying 1 volt, right? To get 1 volt, we have to raise the potential from 0 to 1. Am I correct? Is this part clear?
Yes, sir.
So when I'm trying to raise the potential from 0 to 1, will I get 0.3? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Further, if I raise, will I get 0.4, 0.5?
Yes, sir.
Like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So before we reach 0.7, will germanium diode conduct? This
Yes,
is my,
sir.
Yes, sir.
are you getting this concept?
Yes.
So if germanium diode conducts, can I replace this diode by its equivalent constant voltage model 0.3?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now if I try to raise the potential, will silicon diode conduct?
Yes.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, no. Why? The reason is
Because voltage in parallel combination is always constant.
voltage in parallel combination, we are getting 0.3, 0.3 across silicon. Whatever we try to do, if I try to raise this potential, since this is 0.3, silicon diode is not going to conduct. Now the question arises, when I'm raising it to say 0.8 or 0.9, right? If this is 0.3, where will that extra potential appear?
On the resistor.
Across resistor.
Across the resistor. So say 0.9 if I apply, I am going to get 0.6 here, and 0.3 already we have because germanium diode is conducting. So the answer here is 0.3. So what conclusion you can draw from this? From this circuit? What conclusion you can draw from this circuit? Speak up, no? Even
Sir,
if it is wrong,
like-
I don't mind. Tell
Takes
me.
the shortest path.
Huh?
That electron takes the shortest.
parallel diode.
Huh. So if I can I conclude like this, if I connect set of diodes, right, say 3, 4, 5, any number of diodes in parallel, and apply a potential greater than the minimum cut-in potential of one of those diodes, then the output voltage is always the minimum cut-in voltage. Are you getting it? If
Yes,
I have
Yes, sir.
3, 4, yeah, if I have 3, 4 diodes, and one of the diodes cut-in potential is the lowest, right? Among 4 or 5, amongst those 4 or 5 diodes, if one of the diodes, if I take, if its cut-in potential is the lowest, and they are in parallel, the output voltage will be that lowest potential, lowest cut-in potential. Is the concept clear? Provided, don't forget, your input must be greater than the cut-in potential, lowest cut-in potential. If I apply 0.2, what output you are going to get?
0, sir. Nothing will conduct.
Nothing will conduct.
Yes.
Diode is not going to conduct. No current flows in the circuit. We are going to get 0. Hope this concept is clear.
Sir, how did you write the voltage across R equal to 0.6 volts, sir?
R equal to 0.6. Suppose, say my question is, once input goes above 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, or say 0.9, say 0.9. What I mentioned just now, germanium is going to conduct first. Once it conducts, what is the potential I'm going to get? 0.3 across the diode. I can just take out this diode and replace it by its constant voltage model, 0.3. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, if I keep increasing input, this is 0.3. Voltage across the diode is 0.3. So where will the rest appear?
Sir,
Where
so
will-
across the registers are 0.7 now, sir.
0.9 if I take input, and 0.3 is the germanium diode cut-in potential. The rest voltage will appear across the resistance. Is it not 0.6?
Yes, sir. So you have just taken an example now, sir. Keep 0.9.
0.9. If I give 1, I'm going to get 0.7.
Okay.
Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm not worried that much that the voltage across the resistance. I'm not worried about that. What I want is the output voltage. And what I want to convey here is the lowest cut-in potential will appear at the output when we connect diodes in parallel. Is it okay?
Sir, I didn't get the silicon part, sir. Why it's not working?
Silicon part, it's not going to conduct because what is the potential? Okay, I'll change the color of pen. And what is the potential here? We know germanium is conducting, it is 0.3. So the voltage across these two nodes, these two terminals, right now it is 0.3. So what is the potential across the silicon diode now? How much?
0.3.
0.3. Will it conduct?
No, sir.
No. Now you may ask, we have applied 1 volt here, and how come we are getting 0.3? The rest is appearing across the resistance R. We are getting the drop 0.7 across the resistance. Is it fine?
Sir, if there was no resistance, what would happen, sir?
Not possible. Circuit will not work. That's why I connected resistance. No, practically it won't work.
Yes, sir.
We can't have two batteries in parallel of different potentials. Am I correct? In physics, what you have studied, two components in parallel, voltage remains same. Or two voltages, if they are equal, we can connect it in parallel. Can we connect two batteries of different voltages in parallel? Is it possible? Yeah, please respond.
No, sir.
No. So the circuit won't work. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now,
Sir,
yeah, tell me.
sir, suppose if this voltage, one voltage is 2 volts, sir, so what will happen after that? Both the diode will conduct?
Okay. We'll have a discussion on this. The rest can try this. I'm displaying a question now. This I have taken from the exercise problem. So this on capacitor filter. Rest can try this. Is it visible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you can just note it down and try to solve. In this, you are supposed to find ripple factor and DC output voltage. Right? I think this, I'm supposed to take out this waveform. Answer is this. I think, let me check this. Yes, I'm supposed to take out this waveform. So what I'll do is, I will just remove this part. Yes. Yeah. Somebody wanted to ask something, no? Somebody had a query on this diode circuit. Okay, you want me to display that? This question you want me to display, have you noted?
Sir, 2 minutes. Sir.
2 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, one fellow had raised a query. What is
Yes,
that?
sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So if V is equals to 1 voltage is not 1 but 2, sir. So the silicon will also conduct. So what will happen in that case?
No, that is what I'm trying to explain here. No, not two. You even connect 100 volts, silicon will not conduct. What happens when I give 2? Germanium will conduct 0.3. Then what is the potential across the resistance?
1.7.
1.7. See, if I want to, should I start from 0? I slowly increase the battery potential from 0 to 2. So somewhere germanium will conduct. Who is going to conduct first? Germanium or silicon?
Germanium.
Germanium. Once it conducts, can I simply take it out and replace it by 0.3 volt a battery?
Yes, sir.
Then what is the voltage across silicon?
0.3.
What is the 0.3? So across silicon diode, right now the situation is you are getting 0.3. Now if I try to change the input, whatever changes I do, will it appear across silicon or will 0.3 volt will be there across the silicon diode? Answer.
0.3, sir.
0.3 only. So even if you give 10 volts, 100 volts also, you are going to get 0.3 at the output.
Okay, sir.
Got it? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Try this. A half-wave rectifier with filter is applied with from a transformer, peak voltage, secondary 20 volts. So what is VM given? VM is
20 volts.
20
20
volts.
volts.
Frequency is given 50 hertz. Right? The load resistance is given 560 ohms. Capacitor value is given 1000 microfarads. You are supposed to find ripple factor. What is the formula for ripple factor? R?
1 divided by 2
1 by 2
root
root
3
FCR.
C FCR.
2 root 3
FCRL.
FCRL. So I think all parameter values are given. Okay. Easily you can find. Easily you can find. How much you get? And what about VDC part? What is the formula for VDC?
2 FCRL divided by 1 plus 2
Again, I'm reading.
FCRL
Yeah,
into VM.
2 FCRL plus 1 plus 2 FCRL into the peak value VM. How much you get this? Both you calculate and tell me. This I will erase it and write it 1000 microfarads. Yes.
Sir, I have a doubt with respect to the two questions that you had given earlier.
Okay. You work out this, then we'll go back to that. Okay. Yeah, somebody tell me how much is ripple factor?
Sir, I calculated VDC, that is 19.649. 19.649.
Okay. Yeah, 90 not possible.
Sir, 19,
Sir,
sir, not
19.
90.
19.
19.
19, no? That's what I written.
19.65. Yeah.
649 volts. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 90 not possible because VM is 20. Maximum
Yes,
you apply 20. 90 not possible. It was my mistake. Yeah. Ripple factor. Anybody?
So 0.0103.
0.0103. Any
Sir,
units?
I think so, sir. They would have taken C equal to 1000, sir. We should.
1000 microfarads only, no given.
But sir, it is in microfarads, no, sir.
So 1000 means 10 raised to power minus 6.
Yes, sir. So 10 raised to minus 3 farads, no, sir.
Minus 6. Micro is this is 10 raised to power minus 6. 1000 into 10 means 1 millifarad.
Yes,
1
sir.
into 10. Yeah, what is wrong in this?
No, sir. The people who calculated 19.649 would have taken C equal to 1000, sir. I'll say.
Is it so?
10 raised to minus 3.
Okay. Okay. Now, what you got? 0.0103 ripple factor and 19.64 volts. Okay. This is the answer you're getting. Is it right or wrong? We'll check it here. No, I'll erase this. It's correct. No, 19.65 VDC. What is wrong in this?
Sir, it is correct, sir.
Correct only, no? Ripple factor is 0.0103. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, this question is straightforward. This question is straightforward. You have to draw the filtered output. Of course, you can draw the waveform, all those things. Suppose there is a reason behind solving this, because this looks straightforward, nothing special. Use the formula and get it. Suppose I give this waveform. Okay. This waveform I'm going to give. VDC, I will not write. I'll not write VDC here. Suppose I take out this part. I'll just, okay. I'll just give 19.6. Can you make out this 19.65 is the DC value of this waveform? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Just see, the variation is ripple factor. See, the ripple is something like this. It goes down, discharging, again charges, again discharges. So if I take the average value of this, will it be in between this ripple?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting it? All of you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
So from the ground, if I want to measure this, how much is this average value? It is with respect to ground. So this voltage is 19.65. Getting it? Are you getting
Yes.
this? Respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is your VDC actually. Average value, average or DC. Hope this concept is clear. The waveform concept. Fine. Apart from that, is this the peak value of the waveform? The maximum value?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
even if this is not given, VM, can you make out this? This is peak VM?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if you get a question like this, given this waveform, 19.65 and 20, they will not mention VDC and VM. You must be in a position to identify the parameters properly or the voltages properly. So given this waveform, if I ask you, design a circuit, if I ask you, design a circuit, right? To get this output in the sense the waveform, what is shown above, this one. To get this output across 1 kilo ohm load. 1 kilo ohm load. So my appliance resistance is 1 kilo ohm. This is my load. And across the load, I want this ripple. The ripple is how much? 19.65 DC value average, very clear from the waveform. And maximum voltage is, you can make out it is 20. Peak value is 20. And say this frequency also I given. So T1 plus T2. So this also I will mention. Example, say 1 millisecond. This time duration is 1. Is this the period of the signal T1 plus T2?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you make out this is TP?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, slowly I'm raising the bar now. I'm teaching you how to design a circuit. So I'm expecting you to get this ripple across an appliance whose resistance is 1 kilo ohm. Okay. And I've given the period of the signal 1 millisecond. Can you design it? Do you know what is VDC formula?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It is, we can make out from the waveform, it is a half wave rectifier we are supposed to use. Is it full wave or half wave? Can you make out?
Yes, sir. Half
Half
wave.
wave.
Half wave. Okay. So 2FCRL into VM. Do we know what is this? Do we know this?
Yes,
VM?
sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
I can easily write 20 volts. Looking at the waveform, I can write it as 20. Do we know what is this VDC? Looking at
Yes,
the
sir.
waveform, we can write it is 19.65. I'm expecting a average of 19.65 across 1 kilo ohm load. Can I get 2FCRL value from this equation? Possible?
Yes.
Get it? Get it? How much it is?
$56, sir.
Huh?
56.
56. So I'm getting 2FCRL value equal to 56 from, I'll take this as equation 1. So I'll write from equation 1. From equation 1, I'm getting 2FCRL equal to 56. Can I proceed or any doubts in this?
Sir, from waveform, how we figure it out? It is half wave rectifier, sir.
Array, can't you make out this is a half wave rectified output? Only half wave is getting rectified. Negative half
Oh,
wave.
yeah, that's second part. Okay, sir. Yes.
Correct. Yes. Okay. Now, any doubts in this? 2FCRL equal to 56?
Oh, sir.
Yeah. Now, can I get what is ripple factor? What is the formula for ripple factor?
1 by 2 FCRL.
FCRL. Do we know what is 2FCRL now from this equation?
Yes, sir.
So, can I find how much is ripple factor?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How much it is? 1 divided by 56 root 3.
Sir, it
Am I
comes
correct?
same, sir. 0.0103.
0.0103.
0103, sir. 3.
Right? So here I'll write substituting 2FCRL, right? Substituting 2FCRL value, whatever that is this one. We are getting here 0.0103. Any doubts in this? Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
If I know ripple factor, if I know frequency, I know ripple factor, I know frequency, I know the load connected. Can I get the value of C now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Will it complete my design? Rectifier
Yes, sir.
circuit. So
Yes,
are
sir.
you getting it? This is how we come up with a design. This is how we design a circuit. So we are looking at the waveform. We are looking at the expectation, what is required. Accordingly, we are going to design the circuit. This is how an engineer works. Fine. So now to get C, what I'll do? 1 by ripple factor 2 root 3. I know the frequency F. I know the load resistance RL. Can somebody calculate this and tell me how much is C now?
Sir, 0.0544.
0.0
544.
54.
4.
Okay, 54 I will take. Farad, sir. 0.054 farads.
1 minute, sir.
Just
Yes,
check.
sir. Yes, sir.
Check your answer.
Yes, sir.
Others, is it matching? I don't know the answer. Randomly, I'm just taking some values and calculating just to make you feel how we design a circuit. Are you getting this 0.054 or something else? Others are not responding. Others are not responding. Tarun, Abhay, Avani, Siddharth.
Sir, I have made a mistake, sir. Sir, I took frequency equal to 50, same as the last sum.
I have given frequency how much? 50?
No,
Or
sir,
something else?
you have given the time period 1 millisecond, sir.
I have deliberately I gave. So I know many will take 50. See, the period is 1 millisecond. So what is the frequency of the signal?
1000 hertz, sir.
1000 hertz. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So you take 1000 hertz and calculate and tell me how much you get
28
capacity.
microfarads.
28 microfarads. Others are getting 28. I'll just erase this and write 28 micro. I don't know whether this is right or wrong. If all are getting this is fine. Is it correct? 28 microfarads?
Yes.
Others, please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So this is how we design a circuit. Okay. So this much complicated problem you may not get, but just to make you feel, understand, just to make this subject interesting, I took this example. So if you understand how to design a circuit, no, then any problems easily you can solve. Is it
Yes,
fine? Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Others, any doubts? Hardly I find 2 or 3 students responding.
No, sir, it's clear.
It's clear, no? Yes.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yes.
In
Tell
the
me.
previous question, sir.
Previous part. Okay. I'll move on to the previous part.
Yes,
Section,
sir.
yeah, 6. Yes.
In this question, sir, VDC comes out to be greater than VRMS, sir. So isn't that question wrong? Sir?
Where is VDC and VRMS in
Sir,
this previous?
next sum, sir.
Huh?
Next sum, sir. Not this one.
You told previous problem. So
Sir, yes, you had given 2 problems, no, sir. In that. Yes,
you want me to move up? Scroll it up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So, sir, in this question, sir, VDC comes out to be 19.65. Sir, so it would be lower than VRMS, sir. So how will the question be correct?
What is VRMS of this?
Sir, 20 by root 2, no? So,
Did I mention anywhere? With capacitor filter, you get Vrms Vm by root 2.
oh, okay, sir. Yes.
Have you not connected capacitor now across the load?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I had given only two formulas. One is ripple factor, one is DC. RMS of this will be different. That is not required right now. For that reason, I haven't mentioned. Okay. Even I didn't derive this also, because we are going to waste time on this if we start deriving. Okay. It's not there in your syllabus also. Okay. Even the design part of the circuit is not there in the syllabus. Just to make you feel how we design a circuit, I took this example. Okay. Anyhow, this is there in the exercise, but in the exercise, they are asking you to draw the waveform, draw the filtered output and label DC and peak value. So they are expecting you to draw the waveform. I did the reverse thing. What I did here, waveform is given. So you have to identify the peak, the DC value, and design the circuit. Is it okay? Both I have done. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I proceed? Shall I proceed to the new
Yes.
topic?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the new topic is, see, we haven't finished the processing part. We got the ripples. So today I will draw a circuit which is going to improvise the waveform further, and the ultimate objective or aim will be achieved. So that is a regulator circuit. So before that, let me tell you something about Zener diode. So till now we have studied ordinary, simple PN junction diode. What is Zener diode? Nothing special. Nothing special. It is just a heavily doped, just make a note, heavily doped PN junction diode. So your ordinary diode, if I dope it heavily, it becomes a Zener diode. A heavily doped PN junction diode, we call it Zener diode. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now what we are going to achieve, I'm not going into the physics part of this. Detailed physics I'm not going to explain here, because if I start explaining electric field and all, I have to mention. So what is required for an electronic engineer, that I'm going to explain. So what I am interested is the VI characteristics. Always, as an engineer, we are always interested in VI characteristics of the diode. So if I dope it heavily, cut-in voltage of diode will not change under forward bias condition. You get the same variation, VI characteristics. How much is the cut-in voltage of the diode? If it is silicon, 0.7. If it is germanium, 0.3. So understand, if we dope the diode heavily, you're not going to see much of a change under forward bias condition. Is it fine? Practically, I'm telling.
Yes.
Yeah. The changes what we are going to get is under reverse bias condition. So when we reverse bias the diode, means if I plug in negative voltage, minus volts, if I'm moving along negative x-axis, what we find is ordinary diode will not conduct. If I keep increasing voltage also, maximum current we can get is how much? All agree? I naught, right? Reverse saturation current is I naught. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
sir.
So here, at a particular voltage, when we dope the diode heavily, it starts conducting. Means you get a breakdown. You get a breakdown. Means current shoots up. Even under reverse bias condition, the current shoots up. Why it shoots up? Because the diode is doped heavily. And that is the speciality of Zener diode. So this Zener diode under forward bias condition, it behaves as ordinary diode, but under reverse bias condition, right, it conducts at a particular voltage. And at that particular voltage, we call it VZ, which stands for Zener, I'll write here, Zener breakdown voltage. Breakdown voltage. Ordinary diode also will break down when the voltage is very high, but that is going to damage the diode. What we call that breakdown? Do you remember?
Avalanche breakdown.
Avalanche breakdown, correct? So that we want to avoid. We don't want to damage the diode. For that reason, we dope it heavily. So when we dope it heavily, it is found at a particular voltage, not at very high voltage, low voltage only. Maybe around, if you ask me, commercially available VZ, you can get 6 volt, 9 volt. All these are Zener breakdown voltages available, right? Commercially. So we can make it to conduct at a lower voltage under reverse bias condition. That is important. Fine. So can I say something like this here? If I want to use this diode for some application, I will try to find an application where the diode is getting reverse bias and I'm expecting current in the circuit. Can I put it in this way?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Yes, sir.
Why? What is the reason?
So because after a certain voltage, it will conduct.
Okay, but why I mentioned reverse bias? Why not forward bias? Why can't I use this diode under forward bias condition for some application?
Because then it will be the same as a normal diode.
Okay, so what is wrong?
So
When
we
I
don't
take out
Because
the
need
diode,
voltage
we don't
remains
need a
constant for
heavily
changing
doped,
current.
we don't need a heavily
doped a diode for that. We can just use a normal one.
normal one. What is wrong if I use heavily
We don't
doped diode?
change the polarity of the battery.
No. Ordinary diode also will give the same this thing. Huh?
Sir, we use
Depletion
this.
region of this heavily doped diode will be less because more carrier.
No.
Sir.
No. These are all technical things.
Sir, we use this because change in voltage is very less for change in current.
Okay. These are all technical things you are telling. But what I want to mention here is under forward bias condition, Zener diode and your regular diode, it is going to work in the same way. I'm going to get a cut-in voltage of say 0.7, 0.8 or 0.9, just like your ordinary diode.
Sir?
What is wrong in using it in the circuit?
Sir, in the ordinary diode, sir, it will break, sir, but the Zener diode will not.
No.
So
If I get the same current, with Zener diode, just like your ordinary diode, what is wrong in connecting it in rectifier circuit? I can put it in half-wave rectifier where the diode gets forward biased.
So probably because Zener diode is more expensive.
Yes, that's what I told. All are talking technically. So engineer he must also come out with a cheaper circuit, less expensive. Right? This is from the company point of view, industry point of view, to get more profit. Not when you sell it, they always sell it at 5 times, 10 times. Always understand this. A mobile phone, if you want, that circuit inside mobile phone doesn't cost more than 4,000, 5,000 or maybe 10,000. The Apple fellow will sell it at 40, 50,000. Always 5 times. Always. Standard rule. Okay. So they always want a less expensive circuit from an engineer. That's why we don't use Zener diode under forward bias condition. Is it clear? This is like this diode. This is easily available. You can get it, but it is expensive compared to ordinary diode. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay. So we will try to find application under reverse bias condition. So if I want some application where the diode is getting reverse bias, the best example or the best application I can give is the regulator circuit. I'm going to explain regulator circuit. Fine. Now what we do in this is, I take a Zener diode. Okay, by the way, I forgot to mention, Zener diode symbol is like this. This is my ordinary diode. Zener diode N type is like this. Why? The right side terminal is like this. Can you make out?
Sir, because of IV characteristic graph.
Because of the
No,
graph, sir.
no.
It looks like a Z.
Exactly, good. This cathode in the sense the right side terminal of diode, does this look like letter Z?
Yes, sir.
That's why
Yes,
we
sir.
mark it like this. Okay. So this is the symbol of Zener diode. Fine. So now I want to reverse bias the diode. So I will place it like this in the circuit. Okay. And here I am going to connect a potential. Okay. By now you are in a position to understand why I have connected a resistor here. Anybody in the class? Why we have connected a resistor here?
If there is extra voltage.
So I'm not straight away connecting the battery across the diode. I'm connecting a resistor because if this battery varies, if this potential varies, the extra voltage will appear across this resistance. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
This is
sir.
one reason. One reason. Second reason, let's try to understand Zener diode in a better way. If you see the VI characteristics, I told at VZ it starts conducting. Once it conducts, can this current go to any value? Can I keep
Yes.
increasing the voltage and make the current to go to any value?
No, sir.
No. The reason is, again, I'm telling, P is V into I. Here V is VZ, constant. Is it constant?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If
Yes,
I draw
sir.
a tangent, if I extrapolate this characteristics, V is VZ, almost a constant value. What about I current? Is it continuously rising?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I increases, V is VZ, power increases, you're going to damage the diode. Getting it? So there is a limitation.
Yes, sir.
What is that limitation? That limitation is, I'll write it here, IZ max. This is the maximum current that can flow through a Zener diode. If you cross this limit, you're going to damage the diode. Fine? Fine?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yeah. So when the diode conducts, who is protecting the diode in this circuit?
The resistor.
Resistor. So this will limit the current in the circuit. This will limit the current in the circuit. Are you getting it? So I will design the circuit such a way that IZ will never cross IZ max in this circuit.
Sir, sir.
So you understand the beauty of connecting a resistor between a diode and a battery. One is you get a drop. Second is you limit the current that flows through a diode.
Sir,
Getting it?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, the values of V cut in are same for Zener diode as the diode, sir.
Zener diode and
Sir,
no. Yeah. See, you are going out of track. What I mentioned under forward bias, I am not interested in Zener diode. So why you are going to this cut-in voltage?
Sir,
Why you want to spoil your head with this V cut-in now?
Okay, okay.
We want diode to be reverse biased. What I told, I want to come out with a less expensive circuit. So should under forward bias, will I use Zener diode?
No, sir.
No. Always I will find Zener diode, right, where it is getting reverse biased in any of the application. If a diode is getting reverse biased, I want current in the circuit, there I will use Zener diode. I will not use this Zener diode where I want current under forward bias condition. Am I not wasting my money on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So just forget forward bias. Just forget this. Okay. This is just VI characteristics. Just to show you, I had drawn. Otherwise, always when I say Zener diode, what must come in your mind is this part, nothing else. Is this fine?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this resistor will limit the current. Across this resistor, we are going to get some voltage. Okay. Now, you see the beauty of this circuit. Suppose I connect a load to this, some load. Say load resistance of this is RL. If this voltage varies, if your input voltage varies, what output you are going to get?
Sir, VZ.
Will it be constant VZ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Does it satisfy my requirement?
It does, sir.
Understood? How we can take out the fluctuation and get a constant value now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is why this we call it a regulator. What is a regulator? Now I come to the definition. I practically explain what is this. We are going to do analysis. Don't worry. Full analysis, full design we are going to do. So I will define regulator as there are two types. One is line regulation. One is load regulation. So there are two types of regulators. One is line regulator, one is load. What is line regulation? Any variation in the input, I'll write here. You too can make a note. Any variation in the input voltage, I'll write I bar P, input voltage. Output voltage remains constant. Means output voltage is not going to vary. This we call it line regulation. Any variation in the input voltage, that is V in, any variation in V in, output voltage remains constant. What is load regulation? Any variation in the load resistance, any variation in the load resistance, output voltage remains constant. Getting it? Second part, I am sure you did. This will, you are not going to understand this. You find it difficult to digest. What is this load? Line, at least are you getting what is line?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any variation in the line voltage, input voltage is the line voltage. Output voltage remains constant. Load, any variation in the load resistance. So if I vary this, now the question arises, what do you mean by varying the load resistance? Anybody?
Different appliances.
Exactly. I connect my laptop here, I must get constant. I take out laptop, I connect my mobile phone, I must get constant. I take out my mobile phone and connect some other mixer at home, I must get constant voltage. So any change in the load resistance value, the output voltage must remain constant. That we call it load regulation. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we will do thorough analysis. This is just I have given a what I can say, a surface level explanation, just an overview I have given. Now we will do a thorough analysis, and you will definitely feel that this circuit gives a constant output. Okay, we'll do thorough analysis. So this resistance, I will take it as RS. RS, series resistance, I will take it as RS. Okay. Okay. We'll start. Getting confused, please ask. Will current start flowing from the input voltage in this direction? I've changed the color of pen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So from the input, the current starts flowing from higher potential towards lower potential. So will it start flowing through this resistance RS? Getting it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So, yeah. Somebody, you are not audible. Can you speak little louder?
And whereas this one we will use as x1 because mu value already found in this, and Z naught anyway.
What happened? No. Others, can you make out what he's trying to ask?
Sir is not asking anything.
Anything, sir. This mic was unmuted by mistake.
Huh?
It was by mistake,
Oh,
sir.
is it a disturbance?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell him to mute. Who is that?
He muted, sir. He muted.
Muted. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the current starts flowing through resistance RS. Can I take this current as IT? I'll just denote it by IT. So what is IT? The current that is going to flow through RS from the input. That is from the source input Vin. Fine. Can
Yes,
I
sir.
proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Will it get divided into two currents at this node X?
Yes, sir.
So one is the current flowing through the Zener. The other is the current that is going to flow through the load. All agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this current, I'll take it as IZ. IZ is the current that is going to flow through the Zener. IL is the current that is going to flow through the load. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
If I use Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. KCL stands for Kirchhoff's current law. If you want, you can make a note. Can I write the total current entering the node X is equal to total current leaving the node X?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I write IT equal to IZ plus IL?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Next, please focus. So this I will take it as equation number 1. Next, I will take V in. Can I write V in equal to IT into RS plus VZ? Take your own time. I am applying Kirchhoff's voltage law now.
Yes, sir.
Take
Yes,
your
sir.
own time to digest this, understand this. Not followed, you can ask.
So
Many will find it difficult to understand. Yes.
what does IT stand for?
Okay. This RS, I will draw it at the top. IT, this is actually the current that is coming from the input voltage. If you want, you can write IX. You want me to write IX, I can use IX. Okay. Now, you want to know why I have used IT. Am I getting at this node IZ plus IL equal to IT?
Yes, sir. Got that.
Can I say this is the total current?
Okay, sir. Yes.
That's why I used IT. If you want, I can use IX. Anything you can use. Some notation you have to use. Some students write like this. text they have used IT. Some students like write IRS. That is the current that is going to flow through RS. All are same. Okay. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Come to this Kirchhoff's voltage law. How many of you have followed this? Vn equal to IT RS plus Vz.
Sir, explain that.
Can I take this loop? Is it visible? Clockwise, I have drawn.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have drawn a clockwise arrow. Can I take this loop?
Yes, sir.
In this loop, can I start with positive and negative potential? Can I start from the positive potential and flow towards negative potential like this by taking this loop?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if I start from positive potential, what is the potential here? Is it V in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is V in. I'll write V in. Next, is the current IT flowing through RS?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I write V in minus ITRS because you are going to get a drop across RS when you start from the input?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. After this drop, am I getting potential across the Zener diode provided it is in breakdown region, provided it is conducting?
Yes, sir.
So can I write minus VZ? Minus VZ, the voltage across this diode?
Yes, sir.
So finally I reached this point. What is the voltage at this point? It is sitting at negative potential. Is it 0? Can I equate
Yes,
this to
sir.
0?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Is it correct? Kirchhoff's voltage law, what you studied in 12th standard physics.
Yes, sir. It is correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Others following?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Affirmative.
I hope this is clear. Because these two equations are required. Even to design a circuit, these two equations are required. Right? So my sincere this thing to you, if you are not followed, please ask right now. Don't hesitate. Be frank. I'll clear your doubts. Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Awesome.
Okay. So can I write this as equation number 2? Can I write this as equation number 2?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now we will start. We'll start the analysis. So I'll write. We have got two equations. These two are enough. We'll do the analysis now. I'll write analysis. Suppose V in increases. If V in value increases, so I'll change the color of pen and show it in equation number 2. So if V in value increases, if V in value increases, what happens?
IT will increase.
Huh?
IT will.
IT will.
IT.
ITRS will increase.
Why IT? Okay, IT will increase. What about VZ?
VZ will
So
remain
it-
constant.
So if V in increases, VZ is constant because diode is conducting. I'm assuming the diode is conducting. It is in breakdown region. So what increases is the IT part. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I'll write here IT increases. Within the brackets, I'll write. If you want, you can just make a note. Since VZ is constant. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now, if IT increases, I come to the equation number 2. Now I move to equation number 2. If IT increases, what changes in this?
IL will increase.
IL will
IL will increase. Others? Think.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I think IZ will increase.
IZ will increase. Good. Why IZ increases?
Sir, because VZ is constant, so IL into RL.
Exactly. VZ is constant. So IL into RL, will it be constant? Provided, listen. I'm explaining line regulation, so don't get confused. Our load is fixed. I'm not changing the load now. I'm explaining the line regulation. So will VZ remain constant? We already understand VZ is constant. RL is fixed. So what happens to IL?
It will remain same, sir.
It will remain same. So I'll just mention here, since IL is VZ by RL, right? It remains constant. So what parameter is going to vary?
IZ.
So IZ increases. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Yeah. So since I'll write, since IL equal to VZ by RL is constant. I need not give an explanation that VZ is constant, RL is fixed. That's why IL is constant. This is understood, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is it fine? Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, I'll just write here, IT increases. This is from equation number 2. Just when you refer this thing notes, just to make you understand, I'll write here, this is from equation number 1. Because later when you refer your notes, you may not understand from where you are getting this. Okay, so IT rises, this is from equation number 2. IZ rises, this is from equation number 1. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my next question. Can IZ go to any value?
No, sir, it should be less than IZ max.
IZ max.
So we must ensure IZ should be less than IZ max. So when V in rises, ensure that IZ should not cross IZ max. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I ensure that, what voltage we are going to get across the load V out, will it be VZ?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm explaining because you can design a circuit if you understand this analysis part. Okay, next. Suppose V in drops. Quickly, what happens to IT?
It will reduce, sir.
IT will reduce. Because VZ is constant, IT will reduce. Again from equation number 2. If IT reduces, what happens to IZ?
Sir, IZ reduces.
Again, this is from equation number 1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
My question, can IZ drop to any value? Look at this waveform. I'm sorry, look at this characteristics.
No, sir.
No. Is there any minimum requirement here?
Yes, sir.
Can I say IZ minima is the requirement? It should not go below IZ minima?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
So when V in reduces, ensure that IZ is greater than, it should not go
IZ
below, IZ minima. So when V in rises, ensure that IZ is less than IZ max. When V in reduces, ensure that IZ should be greater than IZ minimum. So if I ensure this, any variation in the input, will I get V out equal to Vz when we design the circuit?
Yes, sir.
All of you getting this concept? If I keep Iz between Iz minima and Iz max, again I repeat, when V in varies, when the input voltage varies, if I ensure that current is in between Iz minima and Iz max, what is the voltage I am going to get across the Zener diode?
VZ.
VZ.
Is the Zener diode connected across the load or the appliance?
Yes. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Will I get a constant value Vz across the appliance or the load?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Getting it? Now, V in variation, what I explained just now. Can I take out this? Can I take out this? Okay. And apply this ripple voltage to this?
Yes, sir.
So now ripple voltage, will it fluctuate between Vm and some X value Vx?
Yes, sir.
If this fluctuation keeps the diode current between Iz minima and Iz max, what we are going to get at the output? Is it a constant value?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have we achieved it?
Yes, sir.
So our ultimate objective to get a DC we have achieved using this circuit. So this we call it a regulator circuit, right? Who is helping us to get the regulation? A Zener diode under reverse bias condition. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now you may ask, why should I apply capacitor filter output to this? Why can't we apply rectified output to this? Anybody in the class? This waveform. Why can't we apply to this across this?
Because the minimum will make the
maximum
current go lower than the minimum current.
Yeah, when input goes to peak Vm, Zener diode will be conducting. I am going to get Vz, provided I will keep this Iz below Iz max. But when the voltage drops, will it drop to 0 volt?
Yes, sir.
When it drops to 0 volt, will the Zener current, will it be less than Iz minima?
Yes, sir.
I can't help. I can't design a circuit because input has dropped to 0. How can I keep the current Iz above Iz minima? Is it possible?
No, sir.
Not possible.
No, sir.
So for that reason, first pass it through a capacitor filter where we get a waveform something like this. So when the voltage across the capacitor drops to Vx, I can keep this Iz above Iz minimum. It is possible to design the circuit. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is the idea. So what all components we require to get a DC? First we get the voltage 220 volts fluctuation from the electricity board, sinusoidal signal, pass it through a rectifier, maybe a bridge rectifier. That's the best. And then connect a capacitor filter across the load, right? Here, load, we are not going to connect it to bridge rectifier. What we are going to connect?
Zener
Anybody
diode.
in the class? Huh?
Parallel
See.
to the Zener diode.
Exactly. So this is my bridge rectifier. I'm taking little time because today I want to finish the concept of this. Is it okay? Or are you getting bored?
This is interesting, sir.
You want me to stop?
No, sir. I find it interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So here we had connected the load. So right now, my ultimate circuit to get a DC, I'm not going to connect the load here. So across these 2 points, what we are going to do? We are going to connect a capacitor. Yes or no? We are going to connect the capacitor. between these two. Am I right? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
This shows there is no connection between this point and this wire. So this is a jumper. This part is a jumper, right? I'm jumping this line. Okay, this is nothing but a jump in. We call it a jumper. Okay. Then to this we are going to connect Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. If you want, you can connect a resistor here, but that resistance value you have to properly this thing to get ripples if you want. Anyhow, you get, because practically diode will offer some resistance. Okay. Even under reverse bias condition, it offers some resistance. It is not infinite. It is not complete open. Some resistance it will offer. Okay. So need not worry. So across this capacitor, I am going to get a ripple. Right, pass it through a regulator and finally connect your load, the appliance here. This is my appliance part. So this is your complete power supply design. Power supply. There are better regulators nowadays. So earlier we used to connect a Zener diode and get regulation. There are other ways also to get, but this basic concept has changed. This hasn't changed. Okay, still we are using Zener diode and we want regulate. It is still it is under this thing use. Okay, so maybe your charger, if you break open, you may get these type of circuits. Fine. So I hope you have followed this line regulation part. So this analysis is for line regulation, where we vary input, and get constant output, provided current is fluctuating between Iz minima and Iz max. Then only we get Vz. Otherwise, we will not get. Okay. Anybody in the class? If I cross Iz max, what happens to this circuit regulator?
Sir, it gets
Avalanche breakdown, sir.
No, will we damage the circuit?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir. Damage.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's very clear. We are going to damage the circuit. If Iz goes below Iz minima in this circuit, what happens?
Sir, it won't conduct.
No.
It
No.
won't conduct. If that is the case, if in the exam or in the test, if I ask a question where Iz is less than Iz minima, what is V out?
Sir, 0.
It won't be 0. Why it is 0? If I take out this diode, will it be 0? Don't you find a potential divider, RS and RL resistance?
Yes, sir.
Just
Sir, IT into RS, sir.
I'll just write the equation. Whether it is right or wrong, you tell me. V in into RL by RL plus RS.
Sir, it will be V minus ITRS.
Yes, sir.
What is IT? There is no IZ now. Is not IT equal to IL?
Yes, sir.
The V minus IRS.
VT minus IRS. What is IT? What is the current flowing in this circuit?
V by RS plus R.
Is it not V in divided by RL plus RL, because both resistors are in series now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what will be my V out? Will it not be V? This is the current. So if I ask you what is V out, will it not be the current IT into RL?
Yes, sir.
Because IL
Yes,
equal
sir.
to IT. There is no diode.
Oh, yes. Yes,
So what
sir.
is IT? V in by RL plus RL. So is this the equation? Is this the equation? If I'll write here, I'll erase this part. So just a minute. Yeah. So I'll just erase this. That part I have erased. So I'll write V out is equal to V in RL plus RS under the condition. What is the condition? This is for the condition if IZ is less than. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So this is for the condition IZ less than IZ minimum. Is it okay?
Yes,
And yeah,
Yes, sir.
if IZ is greater than IZ max, I'll write here, if IZ is greater than IZ max, I'll write what happens? Circuit gets
Destroyed.
destroyed or damaged. Fine. I hope this is clear.
Yes,
Quickly,
sir.
can you tell me load regulation part quickly? We can wind up the session after that. Load regulation. What should I vary under load regulation?
sir, the load resistance.
RL.
RL should I vary? Yeah. So suppose if RL goes up, do the analysis. Do the analysis. If RL varies, will IL vary?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. If RL increases, IL will decrease.
Will it go down if RL rises?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if IL reduces, what happens to IZ plus IL? This is my equation. In this, what happens to IT or
Sir,
IZ?
reduce. Sir.
Huh?
IT will reduce.
IT will reduce. According to me,
IZ will increase, sir.
IZ will increase. Why?
Because IT is unaffected. So IT is
IT is
constant.
unaffected. Why IT is unaffected? Because V in is constant, no? Under load regulation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes.
So I write, since IT is constant, I'll write, since IT is constant, IZ will rise. So this parameter is going to rise, IZ. Can IZ cross IZ max?
No.
No, sir.
No. So
No, sir.
keep the current below IZ max. So connect a load, but when you connect a load, ensure that Zener current should not cross IZ max. Is it fine? Followed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Other way around. If RL decreases, what happens to IL?
IL will increase and IZ will decrease.
IZ will decrease. So what should I ensure now?
IZ greater than IZ min.
IZ should be greater than IZ min. So when you connect a load, ensure that the current, Zener current, is above IZ minimum. If you ensure these two conditions, IZ greater than IZ minima, IZ less than IZ maxima, for these two RL values, when you increase or when you decrease, if you ensure this, what will be V out? Got it? Constant value, we say. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I've done thorough analysis of this. I've explained how it works with the equations, with proof. I've explained. Next session, we'll solve problems on this. Okay. I'll teach you how to design this.
Sir, this topic is there for quiz.
Yes. Now I'll come to the quiz part. Please wait. So next session, I'm going to solve problems on this. Maybe if time permits, I will teach you how to design this circuit also. Okay. So with that, my diode chapter is over. So with this Zener regulator circuit, the diode chapter is over. I'm not going to do anything in this particular chapter. There are some special diodes, and by the way, I forgot to mention today I have uploaded the notes. Did you check?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes,
So everything is there in that. You can go through it. There are
So-
some any issues?
So this Zener diode part is there for the quiz.
Wait. Allow me to speak. So I have uploaded the notes. So in that, everything is there. Apart from this Zener regulator, there are some special type of diodes in the notes.
sir.
Okay. That is, will you allow me to speak? Please allow me to speak. I want to convey something to you. Okay. And once I say yes, then you can speak up. So there are some diodes, special type of diodes in the notes. Those diodes I am not going to do. Okay. Those diodes I'm not there. On each diode, there is a paragraph written. I'm not going to explain the physics part and all. You can just go through it. You can just go through it.